Hello, hello, hello. This is Attorney Mike Gravelin coming to you from Chicago. As usual, I hope you can hear me okay. I've got a couple fun clips, and I might have a last minute addition. I put the thumbnail up, and Old Squishy Gardner messaged me and said, "Hey, I already have videos on this guy, and I'd kind of like to see what he has." The main video is is a guy giving a big sob story, trying to stay out of jail effectively. And that's what my clip is today. But now I see that Old Squishy Gardner has it, so I might just play that one. That one's only 12 minutes. I might just play that one as a preamble, so you can see what Judge Washington's dealing with. But prior to that, we've got a cool bit sent to me by none other than Donald Duck. Thank you, Donald Duck. I'm not making this up. That's who sent it to me. And it's an old Judge Hurley. I haven't had Judge Hurley forever. I miss him. Yeah, probably all my first videos were about Judge Hurley. I've got a playlist for him. I put this on it, but I somehow missed this delicious nugget from Judge Hurley, where he gets another sovereign citizen in his room, and he handles it the way Judge Hurley does. So probably a bunch of you have seen it, but it was new to me, and it's delicious.
May I see Abdano Hall, Philip Josephat, Darius Monroe, Lonnie Johnson, and Gregory Wilson. All right, Abdano Hall. So you're charged with a warrant on a resisting arrest. You want to work this out right now, Mr. Hall? Plead no contest. Case is over with. You would do that?
I'm Abdul Alpha Law, authorized representative, natural person and appropriate persona. All rights reserved. Ex relation Abduno Hall. All rights reserved. UCC 1.
That's ex relation
-207/1-308 UCC 1-103. My honor.
Look at Hurley's face.
Yeah.
Do you know somebody named Abdano Hall?
Ex relation. I'm authorized representative, Abdul Alpha Law.
Oh, you're the representative for him?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you know where he is right now?
Authorized representative.
No, I know you're an authorized
Abdul Alpha Law.
representative, but I need to
Ex
talk to him.
relation.
Do you know where?
I love that. I know you're an authorized representative. I'm not arguing with you about that. Oh, Hurley's the best.
Where he is.
Really?
I object.
Object for
I
what?
object to that.
State the grounds for your objection.
I object. I object because I just gave you my natural appropriate persona name.
What is that name?
Abdul Alpha Law.
Okay. Let me ask
Authorized
you,
representative.
Abdul,
Yes.
have you ever been known as Abdano Hall?
I object to that.
What's your grounds for your objection?
I object.
All right. Well, let's do this. If you see you're Abdano Hall's representative, right?
Authorized representative.
All right. When you see him, will you tell him his bond is $500? Thank you. All right.
I'm back, Miss. I was about to call you Miss Johnson, Miss Washington. I'm sorry.
Okay, I might have to go. Let me see if I can do this. Let's just see how the sound works out here. Let me see how the sound works out.
What would you like me to do? I'm willing to work
I already
with you.
said what you're going to do. There's no willing to work. You're going to test within 24 hours or you'll be picked up.
Okay. All right. Well, Miss Johnson, Miss Washington, can I ask you a question?
Nope, we're done. We'll call the case of the state of Michigan versus Broward Scott. I'm going to go down the list of cases, so give me one moment. 21 FB 1550, 21 FB 1861, 21 S00166, 21 S299, and 21 T00328.
Right, Scott, Ms. Washington.
Hello, Mr. Scott.
How are you doing?
I am okay, sir.
So, Your Honor, we're all very familiar with the history of these cases and the tether violations. And as Mr. Scott is too, you know, he does understand, because I talked to him about it, that, you know, violations of probation can result in jail time, and neither I nor he wants that. I don't think anyone wants that for him. He is.
Oh, believe me,
definitely
we're going to hear all about it
participating in
today.
the LEAD program. There's no new charges arising from these new tether violations, which he is not disputing. So he's not requesting a hearing on this. And he did tell me what happened recently is there has unfortunately been another death in their family, and there's a funeral coming up. And so his family's in town, and he's admitting to violating the tether.
All right, this is the second tether violation within the last week. The violation this time indicates that the defendant failed to comply with the terms of the tether. And this one has a date of
I think it was like May 9th to May 10th, where
May
he didn't come
10th.
home one
he
night.
did not come home.
Yeah.
So you're entitled to have a hearing on this violation of the probation. As you are aware, there are multiple cases. The maximum penalties and the most serious offense is 1 year in the Washington County Jail. There is several that have 90-day maximums. If you are admitting to violating the terms of your probation for the second time, there is a very good possibility that you could serve the maximum penalties in these particular cases. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that what you're choosing to do? You have a right to have a hearing on this. Are you choosing to waive your right to have the hearing, sir?
I don't want to get in no more trouble than I'm already in. Miss Washington, I apologize for even upsetting you. I'm just trying to do the right thing so I can finish paying my probation off. I don't want to lose my job. And if I lose my job, I won't have nowhere to sleep because I'm paying for my bed. I just got a new bed in my room. If I don't pay for that bed, I won't have nowhere to sleep in my room. And I just want to be home with my family. I'm admitting to everything that I did wrong, but I would please like to be released so I can go to my family's funeral next week. My little cousin flew out the window a week ago, so I'm just. It's hard for me to even. I was dumb because the simple fact is because I was trying to find my mom. My mom's here, and I would like to spend time with my mom. I would like to stay on my tether. If you can give me a second chance, this is the only chance I will ask for again. And
Well, sir, my question simply was, are you waiving the right to the hearing?
yes,
All right. Do you admit to violating the terms of your probation by not coming home like you were supposed to, sir?
yes, ma'am.
All right. I find that there's a knowing, willing, and voluntary plea to the violation of the probation. Mr. Burdell, are you satisfied?
People are satisfied.
Mr.
Defense
Burdell?
is satisfied. Thank you.
All right. I heard his plea. I'm not letting him out. We just did this.
Can you please let me out this one time?
Hold on, Barrage, hold on. Let Judge Washington speak. I know you respect her a lot, so just give her a chance to speak. Thank you.
I know you respect her a lot. Oh, this guy's good.
I just listened to his plea so that he could get out. And the same very night, he did not come home.
Please, just one more chance.
Well, we're done with that.
So how long am I have to do that?
We're gonna bring you back for sentencing in these cases.
Can I please just get one more chance, Your Honor, please? Because if I get cut off my social security, I won't be able to get on it for like 6 months, and I can't wait that long. And I I won't be, I'm paying for my bed at home. Please just give me one more chance. I won't violate no more. Just give me one more chance. It's the last chance I asked for. If you give me this last chance I asked for, I won't violate. I did good for 4 months. I can do it.
Mr. Scott, I said no, and I'm muting you at this time.
There we go.
All right, I'll bring him back for sentencing in this particular case. I'm gonna bring him back. They're gone on next week, right? I'm gonna bring him back on June 2nd. Hopefully we can get a report in time. June 2nd, 2022 at 10 a.m. Bond is continued in each of these cases.
Thank you, Judge.
We'll talk about what your sentence is gonna look like then, sir. All right, we're here.
Let this sweet mineral melt in your mouth to rebuild your gums and teeth while you sleep, and say goodbye to the dentist forever.
I'm back on the record in the Broward Scott matters. Mr. Scott, we're here on a violation of probation sentencing for today, as was indicated, because you violated your tether after being released within 24 hours after you begged me to give you another opportunity. Mr. Banas, is there something you'd like to say on behalf of your client prior to sentencing?
Your Honor, I will just quickly say that I am asking you to give him one more chance, especially with his participation in LEAD program.
Oh, it's
I think Mr.
disability,
Scott
I'm
needs to
sure.
realize that if you give him this one more chance, next time he might be facing up to a year in jail. So I'd ask that you give him the 22 days credit, and if you were to sentence him to 30 days, I'd ask that you give him the 22 days credit that he's been in on the since the most recent violation.
Thank you. Mr. Burdell.
Judge, I'll defer to probation on this matter. Probation in the court.
Mr. Scott, is there anything you'd like to say prior to sentencing, sir?
Yes, ma'am. If I can talk.
Yes,
If
sir.
I understand now, I was just going through a lot, so please bear with me. I didn't mean to disrespect you last time when I came to court to talk over you. I'm so sorry. I apologize for that, and I hope you accept my apology. My mom was up here. I just wanted to see my mom. I stayed a little late, and she was crying because she ain't seen me in so many years. And I'm being honest. I was on Bell Street. That's where I was at when the police arrested me. I just want one more chance to go home so I can, do the right thing. I don't want to be in here. Please, can you give me one more chance? That way you can see how good I will do, and I will continue to do good. I just want to be with my family and continue to go into work. I don't want to lose my job, and I really just pray that you give me another chance today so I can go home. That's all I would like to say. My granddad just got out the hospital, and it's really taking a toll on me. I did 23-hour lockdown. I never want to do this again. I just want one more chance. Please, Mr. Honor, please. That's all I would have to say. I'm really tearing up right now because I don't know what else to say.
Please, Miss Your Honor. I like that.
Mr. Scott, it's really difficult to try to figure out what to do for you. We've been trying to give you an opportunity. We gave you additional time on the tether so you could spend time with family. Family could come to see you. There are a whole lot of options that are available. The option you chose was in direct violation of this court's order from the day before when you begged me to let you out.
But Judge, he wants to see his mom,
And
who he hasn't seen in years.
I hear you saying how difficult it is in there. I need you to understand that you are looking at up to 1 year in the Washtenaw County Jail. You need to understand that you need to figure out how to get it together. Yes, sir.
May I say something? Because I wanted to raise my hand before I talk.
I said yes, sir. I acknowledged you.
Okay. I understand I'm facing up a year. I don't want to be doing a year in here. My granddad, like I said, my granddad just got out the hospital. This one last chance I ask. I will not beg you no more, and I will do the right thing. Can you please just give me one last chance? My second chance, I will not violate no more. I promise. I'm really tearing up. I don't think I can do it here. I won't do it no more. I just want one more chance, and I promise I'll continue to do good. Please, this is my last chance I ask. I won't ask you for no more. Please.
Sir, this is the third chance, by the way, just so you understand.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're not gonna like how I'm gonna give you this chance, but I will give you a chance.
Yes, ma'am.
It is the sentence of the court that you serve 30 days in the Washtenaw County Jail. I'm gonna give you credit for 22 days, okay? They give you credit for 5 days for every 30 days you've done, so that's 27. You may have to do another 2 or 3 days, okay?
Two or 3 days before I can leave?
Yes, however they calculate it, that will be up to the jail, but that is what your sentence is going to be, and then you're gonna be reinstated on probation with all of the original terms and conditions.
Okay. So how many days do I have to do, Your Honor?
As I just indicated, sir, that's up to the jail for them to decide, but it's gonna be somewhere between 2 and 3 days, okay?
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Mr. Scott,
Yes, ma'am.
do not violate again.
I won't.
Oh yeah, he does.
I won't. Thank you for giving me this chance too, Your Honor. I really appreciate you. I really do. I really do. I know I messed up, but I'm not gonna mess up. And you know what? You give me a chance to go back to my job
Yes.
in 2 days. I'll be going back to my job next Tuesday. I'm gonna continue to do good and do whatever you say I have to do. Okay, I promise you. I won't disappoint you, and I apologize for disappointing you the last time. I didn't mean to talk over you. I was just a little stressed out. Okay, I didn't mean to. So please forgive me.
I forgive you, sir, it's okay.
Am I done, or you want me to tell?
You're all set, you can tell them you're ready to go back, okay?
Outside during the hallway.
I'm back.
Okay, I messed that up a little bit. All right, here's the situation. Thank you to Old Squishy Gardner. I had this clip, and I'm glad I went back to that. Hopefully, the sound is better here. Go over and click on that one on Old Squishy Gardner's channel. The sound isn't good because I'm live streaming it, and it comes through YouTube, and it's not good. That's why it adds. It was a whole mess, but it was worth it. It was worth it for the setup because it makes today's clip all the better. I didn't realize it. I had like an ounce. I mean, no, I don't really have feelings. You know, if you've been here long enough, you know that I'm a robot and I'm devoid of feelings. So I didn't have much, but I had like an ounce of empathy for this guy because he tells a sob story here. Mostly I'm not buying it, but you know, I have to say that seeing the prior appearance makes me even less empathetic to him. You'll see. He just goes on and here. I mean, even in the last one, he had his grandpa, he had his mom. I mean, I didn't hear it, but I'll bet his dog stepped on a bee as well. So we're moving up to today. Whatever happens there, he's back in court. And this happened today. And you'll hear his song and dance now.
Miss Johnson. I was about to call you Miss Johnson. Miss Washington, I'm sorry.
It's okay. All right, we're back on the Broward County matter.
I plead guilty to him. I'm sorry. I'm just a little bit stressed, so please forgive me. I ask him forgiveness for real. Like, please. I plead guilty to him.
Your Honor, let me just summarize quickly, if I may. Mr. Scott, he understands he has a right to hearing. He's going to plead guilty to those allegations, the tether violations. And he understands that I'm going to ask, even if you sentence him to the 1 year max with credit, because that's the most serious charge, he understands I am going to ask that he be released to inpatient treatment center as soon as a bed is available. And also, of course, what you ultimately do is he understands that's up to you, not me. Thank you.
You understand all that, Mr. Scott?
Yes, Miss Washington. I'm sorry, Miss Washington. I'm sorry. I get taught names and stuff sometimes. You know, so don't be mad at me.
How many appearances have you had in front of this judge? I mean, figure it out. I get it's a common last name, so I get that, but come on, man. And you're begging her for your freedom. Read the placard on her desk there. It says Judge Washington.
Please.
All right, sir. So on June 24th, did you leave the home in violation of your tether and not return until June 26th?
Yes, Your Honor.
And then you left again on June 27th, and then you were arrested on the 28th. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. I find that there's a factual basis for the plea and that it's been willingly and knowingly made. Are you satisfied, Mr. Burdell?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Burnett?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Defense is satisfied. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right. Having said that, Mr. Scott, if Mr. Barnes, are you requesting that I do immediate sentencing today?
Yes, Your Honor. I would request on the 93-day and the 90-day misdemeanors that you give Mr. Scott credit for time served. The most serious in terms of potential jail time is the RNO attempt of 1 year. If you do sentence him to that 1 year, I ask that you give him whatever credit for time served he's accrued. I forget the exact number. I think maybe it's 67 days. But whatever Ms. Johnson says, I would defer to her. And then I am also asking for early release to a inpatient treatment center.
Thank you. Anything from, let's start with the township.
No, Your Honor, I'll leave the sentencing in your discretion.
Thank you. Mr. Burdell?
I'll join the Mr. Barnett's request. Just leave it to the court's discretion.
Thank you. Do you want me to call out each case number? Okay. That's okay. All right. In case numbers, and the sentence is going to be the same in each of these. 21 FB 1550, 21 FB 1861, 21 S 00166, 21 T 00328. Is the sentence of the court that you serve 90 days. No, actually, never mind that. It's the sentence of the court that you serve 75 days.
By the way, I cut out a lot of today's appearance where he goes and has a freak out. The attorney does a great job and says, "Judge, can I have a minute in the breakout room?" Because he was going to plead and then he didn't want to. Of course, they can prove it. It's a violation because he's on a tether and he wasn't home. So this whole clip is after all those fireworks.
Credit for 67 days served. And that's going to close out those cases. In case number 21S00299. Did I ask you if you have something that you wanted to say on your sentencing, Mr. Scott?
No, you didn't. I was waiting for you. I was just trying not to talk over you like last time.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Well, I really hope that I at least either can get inpatient treatment or outpatient treatment because I really need help.
Buckle up, people. This is going to be a while.
Somebody has slipped. I'm not going to lie to you. Somebody slipped some of my blood a couple weeks ago. That's why I really went to the hospital. And plus, I wasn't watching them roll it. So the police dumped out my whole 4 ounces of weed on the grass. And I was kind of upset about that. You know, they said I had paraphernalia, but that's the only thing I had. And like, you know, I really wanted outpatient treatment so I can, you know, go, because Willie said he'd take me up there to if I get out today, he said he'd take me up there within 24 hours to to sign up. But if I'm doing inpatient treatment, I never had that before. I'm just hoping that it'll help me. You know, I don't want it to not help me. You know, like I'm going through a lot. Like they just shot my cousin real.
I mean, he's full of good stuff. I want treatment to help me. I don't want it to not help me. That's a gem. And just prior to that, when he said all I had on me was paraphernalia, which means he's out of drugs. I don't know. He expects a break for that because he finished his drugs. Oh, it's rich.
In West Willow, and that was my first oldest cousin. Like when I heard about it, I was messed up. So I need help, but I don't like to, when I come to jail, people don't want to help me. I would love people to help me because I need help. You know, I got a mental problem. I know I got a mental problem.
Don't you hate it when you go to jail and people don't want to help you? You know, as it turns out, when you go to jail, you're around a bunch of people with impulse control problems like you. And yeah, they're not particularly friendly.
But I don't know what type of mental problem I have. You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm working on it. I'm working on myself. I want to keep my job. I don't want to lose my job. So I would really ask for outpatient treatment so I could at least go to my job, you know, get back on my tether or whatever. Or, you know, I would like one more chance in the world. You know, I know you don't want to give it to me, but I will appreciate it if you did, you know, like, I don't want to disappoint you. I want to make you happy. I want to make like you happy to see me. Like when you see me, you be like, oh, that's Barrage. You know, that's a good person. You know, yeah, I'm in a good spirit. Like,
okay, he's completely full of it, but that bit's charming. It is.
He already told me, he was like, I will take you physically every time you got to go to your outpatient treatment, you know, or inpatient treatment. He said, here, I don't know how it works. You know, I ain't never been on none of this. So it's a blessing that if you give it to me, you do. You know, I want to make my grandma happy. I don't want to see her sad no more. I don't want to see my granddad hurt, you know, crying, you know, saying like he don't want to see me locked up. It's overcrowded in here. It's only 2 beds in the whole jail. Do you not know? I don't know if you know this because I don't know if you ever came to jail or ever just walked in here. But like when you in jail, they make you wear these jumpsuits for 7 whole days before they change. That's unsanitary. I ain't never did that in my whole life. You know, and I love the way people, you know, try to give me chances, but it's not like I'm trying to, like, I'm misdemeanor. So it's like I'm trying to do good, but you gotta understand, Miss Washington, some of the police be lying on me. They'll lie on me and just write something down on the paper just to get me in here. And it hurts my feelings because it feels like I'm treated like a slave when they do that. Every time.
It hurts his feelings. You've got to be kidding me.
every time they see me, they roll up on me deep. It'd be like 7 white police officers. They'll roll up on me. Last time they put their knee in my back and my neck, like right here before, you know, and they do that all the time to me. And it's like, I don't like being treated as a slave. I like to be treated with respect when they see me. They don't treat.
Then stop committing crime.
Treat me with respect. But it's on my soul too to do right. You get what I'm saying? It's on my soul to do right. So when I try to do right, it seems like it's always. I did good for 4 months, Miss Washington, because of you. Swear to God. The reason why I did good because of you. You gave me that chance. I did good for 4 months. I have 4 more months on probation. I would really like to finish it out, but it's if I can do it. It's like if my mind said to do it, like, can I really do it? Like, is it up? It's up to me to make decisions to do good and not bad. See, I ain't catching no new cases, so you know I'm good there. People lie on people. They lie. A lot of people lie, but you gotta kind of be happy about seeing me sometime because I uplift spirits, and that's what I do. I like to uplift people.
He uplifts spirits. You know, better living through chemistry.
And I like the people see me as a good person. This jail ain't for me. This is the last time I'm coming to jail ever. I'm gonna do good for whatever reason I gotta do. I'm going to turn my life around. I want to continue working at my job, but I don't want to lose it because this is my first job ever, Miss Washington. Like, for real, they gave me a job. This is my first job ever. Like, I was doing yard work for all my life, cutting grass. People, you know, talk about me for doing that. Like, as a black person, you can't even walk up to somebody and knock on their door and ask them to cut their grass. They like, oh, it's a black dude walking down the street with a lawnmower. You'd be like, all of that because of that. Then they call the
he says to a black judge, oh, it's awkward. I know, but let it go.
Police on you. You gotta understand, I'm trying to do good and I want to do good in my life. I don't want to never look at you and be like, well, she ain't give me a chance. I don't like her. You know what I'm saying? I actually like you because you're fair. You're fair. And people don't understand. They don't need to take you for granted. I'm not taking you for granted. I'm just going through a lot. My mind can't process a lot of things by myself. I need help. So when I ask for help, I really would like help. I don't disregard help. I asked, like, I was supposed to see my physical therapist on the 7th, but I didn't make it to him. I really wanted to tell him about my feelings. Like, I would love to get out. Like, I know you don't, I know, like, I'm really finna cry, man. Like,
I would love to get out. Right. we already know that.
I don't know what's going in store for me. I got enemies all around this jail. And like, I'm in B block, 23-hour lockdown. I can't, it's this one dude next to me, Miss Washington. I swear to God, it made me change my whole thing. He yells all day. And it's like going to my eardrums and I hate his voice. Like, it's irritating. Like, I don't want to come to jail to hear a loud, obnoxious, and like people beating on my door. Like, I'm a quiet person. Like maybe
if she could find a facility with, a little more upper class inmates. I think maybe that's the solution.
I'm in here, I'm quiet, but 23-hour lockdown on quarantine block, and it's only 2 cells open out the whole jail, and I can't go nowhere, and all these enemies are around me talking about they gonna hurt me, sending me threats and stuff like that.
Yes. When you're in jail, you're confined and you can't go anywhere. It's the entire point of jail. Also, your fellow inmates tend to be not the greatest.
I already got metal plates and screws in my neck. I got metal plates and screws that's out of place in my neck right now. I left the hospital. When I left the hospital, I'm scared to even go back to the hospital because, like, what if they do surgery on me, Miss Washington, and you never see me again? Like, for real, you never see me again. Like, for real, like, it took me 5 months. 5 months to go to the hospital. I didn't even know I had a bulging disc between my spinal cord and my spine. It took me 5 months to go to the hospital. When they told me I could have died at surgery and I actually woke up, it was a blessing. Like, I don't know how life's gonna turn out. I don't want nobody to look at me like I'm a bad person. I'm a good person. And Willie is sticking with me. He did say, if I get outpatient treatment, he'll take me in the next 24 hours, be less than 24 hours. He said he'd take me today if I get out. If I get back on my tether, I won't violate again. Because you know what? I know.
Okay, we watched Old Squishy Gardner's clip that he sent to me literally 2 minutes before this started, so I was aware of it. He's giving the I won't violate again in all 3. I mean, there were 2 dates represented there and just one in this one. He is giving that speech every time.
I know you're not playing with me, and I know you're serious. It's just some things you got to ask for help. You got to ask for help in life. If you don't ask for help, you're not going to get where you're going to want to be in life. I've been on the radio 3 times, just to let you know that, too. I've been on the radio 3 times. WZLB, I've been on the radio 3 times. My music has hit the radio station 3 times. I'm an artist. I'm trying to be a rapper, but like this jail stuff ain't helping me. It ain't helping me. All it can make, like, how about if I ever get rich, right? I get rich. They ask me, what was the first case you ever caught? And I'm like, I'm sitting there like, I don't know, you know? And I say, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, I want to do something with my life. I want to get back in school. Willie said he'd take me to go apply for Washington Community College. You know, get me enrolled in school. I want to do something with my life other than just walking around. My granddad, my grandma getting old. I have no money in my account, Miss Washington. This is the first time I ain't had no money in my account the whole time I've been here. Like to order food, to order soap. It's hard in here. I never would expect me to.
See, here on Law Talk with Mike, I bring you breaking news. Like jail is not a place you want to be. So you're welcome. You're welcome. It's as a public service. I'm allowing the people to see firsthand that is in fact the case.
Me to see a judge that's nice like you and cool like you and like respectful. I ain't never seen a judge that respectful to me and to like even Miss Johnson. Willie said that y'all care about me. He said when he came up to visit me, he said, y'all don't want to see me locked up. Y'all don't want to see me dead. One day y'all wake up and I'm dead, you know, or shot or killed or just hit by a car because I'm crossing the street. You know, that really, like, I pray every day. I try to read my Bible. Look, I ain't the best reader in the world. I have a dyslexia problem.
I have serious doubts about both the praying and the reading. All right, just saying.
Whatever it's called, that's what I got because I was in special education all my life. Some things I don't get. You know, I know you tired of me talking, but I will hope you listening to me, like, for real. Like, I don't mean to disrespect you. I didn't mean to disrespect you this time. Everybody needs chances. You can't just give somebody a chance and be like, oh, well, I'm done with him. You know, my granddad always said it don't work like that. You're supposed to give people and forgive people for what they do in life, because if you don't forgive them, then you just holding a grudge in your heart. You just holding a grudge in your heart like, oh, yeah, I'm going to do this because he ain't do this right.
Yeah, Judge. So you have to let him out because his granddad said so.
Or I'm going to do this because he ain't follow directions. But some people come to jail more like this is what I feel like. I never hurt the police. And when I tell them in the simple fact of that they hurting me or they put the handcuffs on me too tight or like because of my neck, you know what I'm saying? Like my mom said I'm supposed to turn my whole body, right? Because if I don't, I could make something go out of place. If I tell them they hurting me or they got these handcuffs too tight or they pulling my neck and my neck is pulling, they don't care. They yank on me, throw me down on the ground.
But by the way, his charges are he's got multiple charges of assault and battery and then resisting arrest. So, I mean, these are the types of things that you have to forcibly detain on. They just are. It's violent stuff. Although the irony of him really not liking his peace disturbed is rich.
And it hurts. You know what I'm saying? I promise to God to you, I was at home one day.
Oh, we'll party.
It was probably 2 years ago. The police pulled up at my house and they pulled guns out on me and my granddad for no reason, talking about they looking for somebody, but it wasn't me. They told my granddad to shut the F up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't cuss. I said the F word. I said, shut the F up. That's what he told me. And I said, how you going to talk to your older elders like that? And they didn't care. They just pulled guns out on us. And I really think you for giving me every chance that you have gave me in life. For real. But as a young black man, I'm trying to change my life around. I'm not just telling you that. I try. I did good for 4 months. I had 4 months left on probation. I wish I could just finish them off and do outpatient treatment and be put back on my tether today so I can at least finish what I got. And I promise you, if you do that, if you do that, which I probably know you might not do it, but you the judge. You make the
There's a chance that might not happen. Well, I'm glad he knows that.
decision in life for us. We gotta listen to you. We gotta, obey by your rules. If we don't, we're gonna be locked up for a long time. I don't see myself wanting to be in here for that long, and I really want to do either outpatient treatment or inpatient treatment so I can get some help. Not because of my smoking my weed. I just don't want nobody putting nothing else in my weed. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case may be. I smoke a lot.
Yeah, he smokes a lot of weed. This gets back to what I'm saying, and by the way, I got in a lot of trouble for it, but Judge Bryant is right about it. Yes, there's some benefits to it, but most of this weed is they want to get high, and if you think that it's harmless, look at the state of this guy's life, and that's a large contributing factor. It just is. I mean, whatever you want to do it I'm not saying it should be illegal. I'm just saying it shouldn't be encouraged like it is, like it's some grand, medicinal wonder. It isn't.
And me not having no weed, my heart be hurting in here. You know what I'm saying? It really does hurt. Like
they sure are.
Sharp pains be through it. Then when you tell the nurses that you would like to go to the hospital, they look at you, your heart can be like beating fast in a mug, and you tell them you can't see well, or you seeing double, and they thinking you playing, they like, oh no, we're not sending you to the hospital. That's not the help. That's not the help people need. People need help, but some people, this is what I don't like.
Mr. Scott, this is not a total rant, what you've been doing for quite a long time.
I'm just telling you how I feel. You asked me if I had something to say, and I apologize for talking.
Oh, she sure did.
Your Honor, I'd just like to add one thing real quick. I do have independent confirmation from Mr. Sturtevant that when Mr. Scott is released, Mr. Sturtevant can pick him up at the jail and transport him to a treatment center. Just so you know, that is absolutely can happen. Thank you.
I do appreciate that. Mr. Scott, I don't know if I've had anyone talk that long for sentencing. I'm trying to remember, there may be one person, but at the time that she talked that long, she was actively in addiction and very, very high at the time. You've been incarcerated for a while, and so I know you're not.
I'm not sure of that. I'm not sure that he doesn't have access. He's just saying. But
nevertheless, I do listen to what you say, because what's going on inside of your head is what we need to deal with in order to try to get you to do the right thing, whatever that is, whether it's your anger at the system for not treating you fairly, whether it's your anger with the police, whether it's your concerns for your cousin, whether it's your concerns for yourself, whatever those things are, along with, what and how you choose to act out of that is, and that's the reason why, I let you talk for the longest.
I appreciate it.
I'm really trying to figure out what can we do for Barrage to have Barrage be the best person he can be and contribute to society and not be here going back and forth to jail. That's why Mr. Sturtevant is out there working with you to try to get you to not be that guy, so that you can give back, so that you can focus on whatever it is that you want to focus on, whether it's your new job, your career as a rapper, whatever that is.
I like that. Yeah.
But the reality is that right now, I think, and I don't want to have a discussion about it because I know you're not going to agree, but I want you to know and hear what I say, is that you've got some substance abuse issues that need to be addressed. And the sooner you get out of denial about those, I think the better off you're going to be. Truly. When you combine that with the support that you're going to get from the LEAD program, you combine that with the mental health treatment that you can get. When you get all three of those things under control, you can become productive and you can be the person that your grandma wants you to be. And you can sort of start interacting and relating to people a little bit differently. But until those things happen, until you recognize that they're real.
I do.
And they need to happen.
I really do. I recognize it real, Ms. Washington.
So it is the sentence of this court that you serve 1 year in the Washtenaw County Jail. You're going to get credit for the 67 days you're going to have already served. You can be released to an inpatient treatment program as soon as a bed is available. As soon as a bed is available. Yes, sir.
I'm doing a year now?
You're going to be released to a treatment program as soon as a bed is available.
Okay. I'm off tether or am I on tether? I don't know.
You're going to be on tether when you get into that program, but you'll be off probation. You just need to complete the treatment.
Okay.
Complete the treatment.
So how long can I make? Oh, sorry. Sorry. Could I ask a question?
I might not have the answer, but you can ask it.
How long am I doing treatment, Ms. Washington? How long are you going to recommend me do treatment?
That whatever bed opens first, whether it's Home and New Vision or Dawn Farm or whichever bed opens first, they determine how long the treatment is, and they'll do an assessment to help to make that determination. Okay?
Okay. And one more question before I leave, because I know you're tired of me. I hope you're not. But how many days would I have to wait for a bed to open?
I don't determine that. That's up to the treatment program.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Washington.
You are welcome. All fines and costs are waived due to his inability to pay. Good luck, Mr. Scott.
Thank you, Ms. Washington. You be safe and God bless you.
Thank you.
God bless all y'all.
Well, there you have it. I just had that bit, and I'm glad Old Squishy Gardner told me about his, because it gave that new perspective, because he's doing the same stuff. I wasn't really buying it in the first place, but now I'm buying it even less. You know, they're pretending that it's a drug issue. I'm sure he has drug issues, but you know, he's out committing violent crime is what he's doing. And you might be doing that to support a habit. So I've got no problem with trying treatment, but I think from his perspective, treatment was merely the fastest way out of jail. The one thing with him, we know he doesn't like jail, despite the fact that he spends a lot of time there. So I've never seen a judge allow someone to go on that long. And I don't know why she had the patience for that. She ultimately sort of didn't believe him, although she maxed him on the violation. She said, "Fine, you're just gonna get full sentence on everything," which sounds tough. But then she said, "But the moment a bed becomes available, you go to treatment." I don't know if that's a bad approach. In fact, I tend to agree with the approach. I think I would do something similar if I was in her shoes. So that I can live with. It's just, but she didn't exactly throw the book at him, because he's not gonna serve that much, and then a bed will become available, and then he'll go off to treatment with the tether, but he'll be out of there. And based upon his excuses, he literally lists everything under the sun, all the tired old excuses, never takes responsibility. I don't have a lot of faith that treatment will do him much good. If we're, if it's still going or if it's still on, I would not be surprised in the least to see him with fresh charges in 6 months, a year from now, after getting out and doing a little treatment and not learning a damn thing. But I don't know. Maybe I'm cynical. Tell me what you guys think in the comments or in the chat. I'm not optimistic about his future based upon his refusal to take responsibility. It's that simple. I think that's the core of it with all these people. It's what I experience as a prosecutor. It's common sense. So it sounds, like almost too obvious to say, but it really is that. I mean, you can kind of tell the sincerity of people too. If they want to change, they know they screwed up and they stop making excuses and just say it's on me. That person's got a chance. This guy, he's not there yet. Hopefully he gets there, but he's not there yet. All right. Thank you all for coming out. That was a fun one. Thanks again to Old Squishy Gardner for letting me poach this clip. And I will see you all soon.